Hello everybody, I have an insanely crazy combo that I want to show you today. This combo, and I just drew into it, is the Nightmare Wraith Form combo. And basically the idea is you play Nightmare, and then you copy Wraith Form, and then you play Wraith Form, and then whatever else you want to play as well. And the idea is Wraith Form will give you immunity, it will give you the intangible, and when you copy it, you get a lot of them. So, yeah, that's basically the combo. That's all there is to it. But it's surprisingly strong, and a little bit grindy, but I'm going to try and play through as quickly as possible, essentially. The idea is to just stack a bunch of intangible, and once you stack a bunch of intangible, then you'll be able to play without any worries about anything. Yeah, so this is just an amazing thing for me. I'm going to try and just get rid of some of my stuff. I'm going to try and kill that guy just to, so I don't keep getting my, the curses, the dazed. That is actually this deck's main weakness, I would say, is getting a lot of these status effects, but so far it hasn't been that big of an issue. I have a second copy of Wraith Form here. Wraith Form is just gonna basically be how we're, gonna play this. Okay, oops, I forgot to use the potion before I alchemized. But we have counterplay to the, to getting too many statuses, as we might draw into it later or something. Or I think I have it, actually. Noxious Fumes. Yeah, so we run Noxious Fumes, and so usually you can stall for long enough that the Noxious Fumes will kick in. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, I think the main way we actually... Oh, that's nice. Okay, very good. We got our accuracy. The main way we win is usually with shivs. Shivs plus the finisher is really, really strong, and yeah, you can't just kill like a boss just really fast that way, or in this case, I'm just a normal mob. So we run some accuracies. Here's our last Wraith Form. We set up with Phantasmal Killer. Then I think we can just basically, yeah. Well, we don't need to hold on to this, but whatever. We'll draw into the finisher and the blade dance, so this should be game, basically. Only thing is he has thorns, but because of the fact that we have intangible and tungsten rod, actually, we don't take any damage from that. Okay, we can discard that. Use the fruit juice. I like my deck right now, so... Oh, let's Stig since we're at full health. Okay. Let's see if we can beat the time god. Okay. So we didn't draw into our Nightmare, so I think what we want to do is just try and draw into Nightmare. But we can also... Just think about what I want to do here. Let's see if we can... Okay, there we go. Alright. The chance we draw into Nightmare or Secret Technique is kind of low. We have, what, 12? 10, 12, so 1 in 6. Well, 1 in 6, but then we have 3 chances to do that. Maybe it's worth it. Let's just gamble, I guess. Okay, we can discard these two. Okay, well, late plans, that's fine. Okay, so we at least are going to get one of the Wraith Forms off. We can hold this Wraith Form and hold our next hand has either Secret Techniques or Nightmare in it. And that way we can really be protected. No, not that. Okay, let's draw one. Damn. Okay, we're going to have to stall for one more turn. I don't want to get his timer up that high. But let's get rid of these. Then we need to hold on to that. I'm not going to play that just in case. Yeah, let's just end. We'll retain the Wraith Form. Okay, there we go. Here's Nightmare. Nightmare onto Wraith Form, and then Wraith Form. And then let's just, let's get this Time Warp out of the way. So I'll Finesse, well, Noxious Fumes. This should be the last card. Okay, there we go. We can retain this. Alright, now we're just gonna be playing a bunch of Wraith Forms, and then we'll start doing our actual play. So Wraith Form, that, let's try to exile stuff, exhaust stuff, so we'll exhaust that one too. I don't really want to pull anything into my hand right now. I think that's a good card to keep, actually. So we can end our turn, hold on to a Wraith Form. Each time we're playing this, we're getting 3 intangibles, so that's nice. Okay, let's see what potion we get. Cool. We can hold on to this Blade Dance. That is really nice. So we'll set up our Shiv combo. We just have to be really careful, actually, because this Time Warp guy has 7. So we can only really play 5 more cards. So 1. Damn, that is unfortunate. Okay, I guess we can just 9, 10, 11. I really don't want to play this and trigger the Time Warp. Let's just end, and we'll hold on to the Blade Dance. I think there should be another Wraith, so we can maybe Wraith to set off the last, the Time Warp. Let's Phantasmal Killer set off the Time Warp, and then I want to keep this again. Damn, we got a lot of statuses. Okay, let's see. Since it's low on Time Warp, I think now is the turn that maybe we go in. We have the doubling effect, so these should do a good chunk of the damage. Okay, is there any skills I want to bring in? Maybe I can try to draw into the finisher. That would be kind of nice. So let's try and draw the escape plan. Damn, we didn't get it. That is too bad. I want this. How much intangible do we have? We have 4 intangible. Okay. That's a bad card. In this situation. Alright, let's just get the Wraith Form out of the way. We can retain this, I guess. That way, our deck is pretty consistent now. Thankfully, we don't have any status, any negative effects, any curses in our deck. Okay. Sweet. So, I guess we can just go in for the Shiv thing. Okay, that was nice. Let's see if we can draw into 8, 9, 10. Okay. We killed the boss. And now we have another one because we're on Ascension 20. Okay. Yeah, that's, actually, this is my first time making it to the final boss on Ascension 20, so I wasn't actually expecting that, but that should be fine. Let's see. Yeah, might as well just discard them, see what we get. Okay, Nightmare, Wraith Form. Then let's just get both of these out. Okay, pretty cool. Alright, one more time. Let's see if we can get this. Wraith Form, Wraith Form. Let's get this out of the deck. Yeah, that should be fine. Now we have, what, 9 intangible? Yeah, so this deck, it's basically, I mean, I could see maybe not drawing into Nightmare early on and then only having like a couple turns. But even then, this deck is really, really good. So yeah, it's a nice deck. Yeah, we can just get that. Yeah. Let's see. We really need to draw into stuff. I guess our draw is a little low. That is another thing about this deck. But that's okay just because of how much immunity we have, and how we're basically invincible from any damage. Okay. We could, okay, get our Blade Dance. Yeah, let's do it. So Blade Dance, and then do that. Okay, Escape Plan, Finesse, Escape Plan, Slice. Now I can do Finisher here. Then double our attack for next turn. We even get to retain the Wraith Form. So yeah, now once you start playing all your power cards, and all your exhausted cards, your deck becomes a lot more consistent. So now the deck is actually really consistent, I would say. You can just keep doing this every turn. Okay. Let's just get another Wraith Form out. We don't even have any targets now for the neutralize. And yeah, we have like 8 intangible, which is kind of crazy. There's our Blade Dance. Okay. There we go. Okay, so yeah, that was the Nightmare Wraith combo deck. So let me just talk about the cards in the deck and basically how I got here. So I took the boon that basically replaces your starting artifact with a random boss artifact, and it gave me Pandora's Box, which transforms all the Strike and Defend cards. Yeah, I really like that. I mean, obviously that was super lucky, but I really like that boon anyway, just because of the fact that it makes the games a little bit more interesting, I think, and varied. Because the replacing your starting artifact with a boss artifact really changes things and how you have to approach the game. So I picked this up, and what happened was it transformed my strikes and defense into a Wraith form. And I can't remember if the Nightmare was in my starting deck or not, but I definitely had the Wraith form in there. And then just a bunch of random cards. And so whenever that happens, like, I realized that a lot of the cards I had were really good if I upgraded them. So I prioritized getting the rest stops, the fireplaces, the campsites, I think is the official name. Then the first boss gave me Fusion Hammer, so I was really glad I did that because now I got all of my smiths out of the way. But it would have been nice to maybe smith the second Wraith form, or maybe smith some of these other cards and upgrade them. Yeah, and then I next was Slaver's Collar, and then the final boss. So yeah, I think getting the Wraith form Nightmare online happened pretty early, and it was really nice. So yeah, I think early on, though, one of the concerns was not drawing into Wraith form on time. So what happened was I got the Tornado Bottle, and that really made this combo like much better because it meant that my first turn I wasn't vulnerable. And I also got Secret Technique, I think, from a merchant, so that was really nice. So it's pretty consistent, I would say, to get Nightmare. I also got Gambling Chip from a merchant. That was really expensive, but really worth it because it makes it so much more likely to find your Nightmare. Nightmare into Wraith form is not really something I would say you need absolutely, because I was able to win several games against mobs without it. Just playing the Wraith form is 3 turns of invincibility, And that's usually enough to find your Blade Dance finisher combo and kill normal mobs. I think the Nightmare Wraith Form combo is pretty important against big bosses, but other than that, not necessary. But it really, I mean, yeah, it makes you feel basically completely invincible if you find the Nightmare Wraith Form combo, because you can just tank so much damage. So yeah, and then, I mean, Blade Dance is a card I always pick up whenever I see it, early on at least, because it's just such a good card. It's 1 mana for 12 damage, but it also scales with a lot of stuff in the game. If you pick up the accuracy, that's one route you can go if you picked up Blade Dance early. If you pick up Blade Dance early, you can also go for, you know, a combo with Finisher. You can get an artifact that like gives you strength every time you play it, like 3 attacks or something, and that combos well with Blade Dance. So Blade Dance just has so many combos. It's even good even if you're doing something like Poison. I think Blade Dance is still good because there are some powers and stuff that give you benefits for damaging each time you damage an enemy. And the only reason maybe to not play Blade Dance might be Knob and also anything that reduces your attack, but it's so good that I think it's worth it anyway. So yeah, I picked up that early. I think the alchemizes I picked up from beating bosses. I think potions are fun, but I probably didn't need them. Actually, I didn't need them. They basically just clogged the deck, and I had to exhaust them. But you know, potions are fun. So yeah, I think this was obviously a really lucky start, but it just goes to show how strong Wraith Form is. I think in most decks, Wraith Form is probably a good pick. And yeah, you're losing dexterity, but it doesn't really matter because you're gonna win before the Wraith Form runs out. Or if you can't win by the time Wraith Form runs out, then your deck was probably like, I don't know, if you weren't losing the dexterity, I don't think it would matter that much, because by like, you know, turn 4 and beyond, the enemies start to scale up and outpace the the block you can be generating, especially on silent. I think it's really hard to generate block. So that's why losing dexterity, I think, is like really not that big of a downside. Yeah. So I guess that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah. Okay, so there we go. I got the achievement. I finally beat Ascension 20. So yeah, that was kind of my my goal. And yeah, I'm happy to do it with this deck. So yeah, anyway, this video is getting kind of long, so that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.